This is Alfred Hitchcock. Having lived with Psycho since it was a gleam in my camera's eye, I now exercise my parental rights in revealing a number of significant facts about this slightly extraordinary entertainment.
This is a press book on film, an advanced press book to present to you a visual story on the care and handling of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. The scene is the DeMille Theater in New York. The entire motion picture industry knows that Psycho is being exhibited with a special presentation policy, a creation of Paramount Pictures' showmanship. The man in the tuxedo is Nick Justin of the DeMille Theater. He is a theater manager. He is the main instrument of the policy. Listen now to the heart of the policy.
I've suggested that Psycho be seen from the beginning. In fact, this is more than a suggestion. It is required.
And here is what Broadway saw. No one, but no one, will be admitted to the theater after the start of each performance of Psycho. The audience had been sold this concept. With it, they were sold on Psycho. Mr. Hitchcock tells you, as he told them, why.
This, of course, is to help you enjoy Psycho more. We really have only your enjoyment in mind.
The campaign began with newspaper teaser ads calling attention to explaining, selling the policy. The keep the story a secret idea supplemented the policy. Special Hitchcock ads, well in advance, announced why it was desirable to see Psycho from the beginning. Close to opening day, another Hitchcock ad told why it was required, and clearly supplied the audience with the time schedule of Psycho performances, as did every display ad before Psycho opened. The directory ads, after opening, confirmed the Psycho policy, gave the show times clearly. When they came to the theater, the audience saw Hitchcock in person. Well, not really. But with him there was a real live Pinkerton policeman to emphasize the policy story which the newspaper ads had pre-sold. We won't allow you to cheat yourself. You must see Psycho from the beginning to end to enjoy it fully. Therefore, do not expect to be admitted into the theater after the start of each performance of the picture. We say no one, and we mean no one. Not even the manager's brother, the President of the United States, or the Queen of England. God bless her. Everywhere in print and sound, the policy was emphatically and entertainingly told.
I insist that you do not tell your friends the little, tiny, horrifying secrets of Psycho after you see it. I would also like to point out that Psycho is most enjoyable when viewed beginning at the beginning and proceeding to the end.
The newspaper campaign, the publicity, the big sell on the entire special presentation policy brought the audience to the theater well in advance of performance times. Paramount, with the assistance of Mr. Hitchcock, was prepared to sell them again, inform them, and entertain them, with a set of specially recorded lobby spots.
I must apologize for inconveniencing you in this way. However, this queuing up and standing about is good for you. It will make you appreciate the seats inside. It will also make you appreciate Psycho. You see, Psycho is...
Handling of the lines of people who had come to see Psycho, and every showman knows that these were its best advertisement, was the one main challenge of the Psycho policy. The box office was always clear for ticket selling by the device of a ticket holder's line. The advertised times were for the start of each complete performance, which began exactly at the end title of the previous showing of Psycho. For the large-capacity DeMille Theater, there was a 25-minute break, allowing time for the spill and the fill of the theater. This break included a program of shorts and newsreel just prior to the next showing of Psycho. At peak audience showings, the program of shorts could be reduced to meet the need. Ticket sales were momentarily stopped at the moment the feature ended. Psycho ticket holders who had been waiting were admitted first. The ticket sales were resumed, of course, during the balance of the break time. A special Hitchcock 40 by 60 standee, which is being supplied to every engagement of Psycho, carried the exact starting time of the feature itself. At the moment the opening titles of Psycho hit the screen, the new time for the next showing of the feature was announced at the theater front. There was an occasional late arrival. The cashier and all the theater staff, of course, were ready to explain the presentation policy and politely offered that a ticket could be purchased now for the next performance of Psycho. In New York, and in Chicago, and in Boston, and in Philadelphia, for pre-release engagements, the policy of the special presentation of Psycho has proved itself. It has proved itself in the best way it can. Smash box office business, highly entertained patrons, moviegoers now in the hundreds of thousands who enjoyed Psycho because they saw it under the one set of circumstances that would ensure their enjoyment. The presentation policy for Psycho has made it a most special attraction, leading to big business, big word of mouth, and building to even bigger business for you. Every Paramount exchange and the Paramount home office is ready now to consult with you and make you a partner in this extraordinary showmanship plan, and to furnish you with a detailed start-to-finish manual on the care and handling of Psycho. Paramount has brought Alfred Hitchcock's exciting new entertainment to its fullest potential by making a point, a powerful point, to the motion picture audience.
The point of all this, of course, is to help you enjoy Psycho more. You see, I like you. I want you to be happy. What more can I say?
My name is George Weltner, and I am Vice President of Paramount Pictures in charge of world sales. What you have just seen in this film is a demonstration of revolutionary showmanship. It has brought to us at Paramount what I can only describe as a smash hit. Alfred Hitchcock's production of Psycho, as of this moment, has played in every kind of situation. In 4 of the major key cities, New York, Philadelphia, Boston, and Chicago, as well as in such surrounding smaller situations as Morristown, New Jersey, and Stamford, Connecticut, and in drive-in engagements such as New Brunswick, New Jersey. It has been established as one of the biggest grossers in the history of Paramount. We were convinced that the theater policy for Psycho was right when we launched it in our first 4 key city dates. Naturally, with the results now before us all, we are more convinced than ever. As far as we are concerned, we intend to maintain the special handling policy on Psycho through each and every engagement of its playoff. As you will find from your Paramount exchange, we have assembled the whole range of our experience with the picture, and we are making it available to you in every possible way. Right now, I would like to go even one step further. There is no doubt that the personal efforts of exhibitors, where they have made themselves part of the policy, where they have brought their intelligence and experience into the handling of the picture, have been a most important factor in the success of Psycho. I have with me in the studio today a perfect cross-section of the management of theaters of every type. I can think of nothing more significant and important than to have you hear from them directly. This is Mr. Mel Miller, Managing Director of the Palace Theater in Stamford, Connecticut.
The Palace Theater is located in a suburban town. We follow the campaign and the policy set forth by Paramount for the showing of Psycho. The results were wonderful. We did more business with Psycho than any other picture has done in our town in the past 30 years. I heartily recommend to every exhibitor that he follow the policy of Psycho if he wishes to do as well as we did.
This is Mr. Barney Cohen, manager of the Arcada Theater in Philadelphia.
I was very happy with Paramount's idea of allowing no one into the theater once the picture had started. Being in the lobby and being in the streets with the people And with the tools Paramount gave me to work with, I feel Psycho will be a huge success.
Here is Joe Appleman, owner of the New Brunswick Drive-In Theater.
We operate the Brunswick Drive-In Theater in New Brunswick, New Jersey. We were not certain whether Paramount's policy of no admission after the picture had begun would be good for us at the Drive-In Theater. But after operating with that policy, I can conclusively say that not only did it help us in the first time we showed the feature, but it also helped us the second time we showed the feature at 12 o'clock at night, and we had cars backed up on the highway for 3 to 5 miles on the particular nights that we showed this picture.
And here is Mr. Walter Reed, Jr. of the DeMille and Baronet Theaters in New York City.
Of course, being concerned with the first engagement of Psycho anyways, we had the same reaction, the same reservation, the same feeling that any of you might have. All I can say is that the results are fantastic. It's plausible, practical, the public love the policy, and there's no reason that I can possibly think of why it won't work any place in the United States.